The Ford Explorer is always in the mix as the best-selling three-row SUV in the US. Over the years, the Explorer has evolved from a body-on-frame truck to a tall Taurus to its current incarnation as a standalone product for Ford. Rear or all-wheel drive, turbocharged engines, and seating for 6 or 7. The interior on this generation used to be a little bit of a letdown, but a mid-cycle refresh upped its game. The Explorer's Lincoln counterpart is the Aviator, and it feels like there's a little more Lincoln in the Explorer now. The Explorer is built on a rear-drive platform, which is common for luxury SUVs, but not so much for mainstream ones. Rear-drive SUVs tend to be more balanced and better handling than their front-drive counterparts, and the Explorer definitely embraces its performance side more so than most family SUVs. In fact, if you buy an ST, you can go to a performance driving school in either Park City, Utah, or Asheville, North Carolina. The ST in Platinum use a 400 horsepower turbo V6, while other trims like this ST line use a 300 horsepower 4-cylinder. It does like premium fuel though, if you want to get the most power out of it. I think they rate it at 300 horsepower on regular, but you might get a little something extra if you put in the 93 octane. Fast enough for most people. The ST line is what we call sporty adjacent. You get these cloth seats with red stitching and a steering wheel that looks like it belongs in a Mustang, but the suspension still errs on the side of comfort and you're not in danger of doing accidental burnouts off the line. You can get the Explorer in 6 or 7 passenger configuration. The 6 passenger one has captain's chairs in the second row. This one's got the split bench, so it seats 7. Even the middle seat is not bad. Let's check out the third row. Third row, not great for an adult, but it would work for kids or short journeys, which is really what most people would use a third row for. A little bit of a squeeze back here. There is good headroom though. That's pretty good. A lot of SUVs have very compromised cargo space behind the third row with the third row up. Explorer actually has room for your groceries and your normal everyday stuff that you would carry back here probably with having the seats up. But if you put them down, now it's got a huge cargo area. This dash design was part of the update for the 2025 refresh, and it does look a lot nicer than the Explorer cabin used to look. Like this, the B&O sound system, it looks like it has a sound bar across the dash. You can have a wireless charger right here. You've got more cubbies under here. And just the design of it looks nice, the materials. You're bored in your car, you wanna watch some YouTube, but you can only use that when it's in park. You can't use this feature while driving. Thank goodness. All trims except the base model get BlueCruise hands-free driving hardware, which includes a driver monitor camera on the steering column. But there's a catch. Ford's jumped into the annoying trend of making features subscription-based, and BlueCruise costs $495 for a 1-year plan. Let's see if it's activated. Set cruise control. Okay, we've got our little hands on the steering wheel icon. That's BlueCruise. It's not telling me I can take my hands off the wheel. Is BlueCruise working, or is it going to yell at me? Keep hands on steering wheel. So it has it, but it doesn't have it. That's annoying. All right, let's talk about, since my hands have to be on the wheel, at least it's a very nice steering wheel and pretty decent steering, I would say too, for a family-oriented SUV. The Explorer's got some life. 2.3 liter 4-cylinder activate. 50, 60, 70, all right. Pretty quick for a base engine. Tow haul, trailering and heavy payload. I like the graphics. Sport, spirited on-road driving. Eco, that's pretty self-explanatory, as is normal. Slippery, okay, wet, icy, snowy roads. And trail, light off-roading. It's funny they included trail in the rear-wheel drive Explorer, because if you do find yourself on a trail in a non-4-wheel drive Explorer, then you've probably done something wrong, you're lost, you shouldn't be there. But it does say light off-roading. 4-wheel independent suspension, and the tires actually have a decent amount of sidewall. And okay, see this is rutted out. I'm gonna drive right into it. Not bad. Every Explorer, no matter which trim, has a Class 3 receiver and a tow package. So that kind of speaks to the Explorer's mission relative to some of its competition. It's really an SUV. It's designed to haul stuff. Explorer pricing starts in the low $40,000 range. It can run into the upper 60s for a maxed out ST. And yes, there are 3-row crossovers that are less expensive. But the Explorer is a real SUV, and that's a worthwhile distinction. There's a reason the Explorer is so popular as a cop car. It's built for it. What was I just saying? They're popular as cop cars? Yeah, it's an Explorer cop car. That'll be our outro.